Eric, you've talked about the importance of pain being a superpower. How does pain transform into purpose? And how will this theme resonate at the summit?
Yeah, pain is the birthplace of purpose. This is where your greatest stock value, as I always say, is actually born. It's inside this carnal knowledge. Doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter how rich you are, how poor you are, what your story is. In fact, the worse your story, the better your likelihood of real purpose having a chance to sort of radiate in a way that will impact millions of lives. But I argue that everybody, regardless of your start in life, has the chance to create a powerful mission and purpose in their life. But it's always in the darkest moments of our lives that we uncover the depths of our greatest strengths and clarity of our mission. Listen, we used to have a saying at Man on a Mission in Coeur that you can only go as high as you've once been low. I truly believe in that. And how crazy that I only went so low. I never told the whole truth because I was always so afraid of what people thought. And I held that for 20 years in my soul that actually imprisoned me. You want to talk about what freedom actually feels like? Yeah, my pain, personally, losing my identity at 17 years old, my dream of being a baseball player, those moments when I dreamed of bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, Eric Rock up the bat, bases loaded, World Series. That was the dream, the identity. I saw it, I believed it, I was gonna work my way there. That was my ticket out. When you lose that as a kid, everything you have, all those eggs are in that basket of that identity as a young athlete that I was. It changes everything. In the late 90s, they're prescribing Oxycontin to be able to get out of the version of me that was so connected to my vision of who I was becoming and into an identity of someone I couldn't recognize in the mirror with no soul. Hooked on drugs that doctors said aren't addictive in the late 90s, where everyone seems to be dying on them, and here I am as a teenager secretly hooked on them. That almost stole my life. It led me to facing 25 to life. I hid that story and I am lucky I got out of that. I was convicted and I worked with a DA for 2 years. Nobody that's ever known me since my early 20s has known that truth about me. I was so afraid. I had so much around that story, and the story that I didn't think mattered, that I didn't think they needed to ever be told again. I murdered that kid, he's gone. I'm a winner now, right? I'm a winner and I just fucking win. I found through business, it became that new North Star, only to find that I would go buy everything, chase everything, have how I thought it would make me feel. And I still can never replace the identity of that moment in the light where it was the bottom of the ninth to 2 outs and Eric Rock's up to bat. This process of unleashing this freedom by sharing my story and helping the person I used to be and the millions of kids battling with the same problems, the same insecurities, the same lies, the same stories. That has unleashed freedom inside me and given my life meaning and purpose. And now I'm finding in the light, I'm recreating that dream as a child. 2 seconds left on the clock. Michael Jordan's grabbing Eric Rock. Oh, the ball goes in the air. 2 seconds, let's score! Like, where is that moment in you as a child? I challenge you in the audience right now that's listening to this. When was that moment in you as a child that you dreamed of? Did that identity die? Now, where does that exist in your life today? I have refound that through these events, through these stages, through the light of impact and purpose. I have found that little boy again who's dreaming so big. Bottom of the ninth, I'm doing it right now. I'm living in it. And it's the impact that gives the meaning. It gives me the fuel. It gives me the excitement for life that if I die tomorrow, I'm back inside my dream. I've done it the right way. But who would have thought that it would have had to come from my darkest, lowest point to be able to find the connection to purpose? The summit that we're throwing this summer in Coeur d'Alene, the Coeur d'Alene Summit, is going to be about purpose. At the end of the day, it's not about avoiding pain. It's about using your pain as the greatest fuel to create something extraordinary in your life. Does not matter what you do or who you are, what you look like. When you learn to embrace your pain, you unlock a power you never knew you had, a frequency that you never knew existed. You instantly become a hero. It'll shift you from victim mode to hero mode in seconds, to lead, to inspire, to impact, to commit on a frequency that you've never committed before. This is the kind of transformation that we are going to spark in everyone that attends the Coeur d'Alene Summit this summer. I can't wait to do this, brother.